We're here at Martin Station today, and it is so beautiful. It's such a wonderful event, and we love it so much. We've got with us Simeon England. And Simeon, you know, a lot of times I'll read a historic journal, I'll read some kind of an account, and I'll think, is this what really happened? What did it feel like? You really want to get out there and do that. Tell me about an experience you've had that's like that.
That's exactly right. I mean, we love to live history. And when you do read the journals and the different accounts, you see the struggles that they went through, and you think,
is that real?
Oh boy, is that real? How did they make it through that? And so we try to put ourselves in situations that, when you only carry what they carried, you have that, you don't, the modern mindset does not help you. Because you don't have anything modern. And so you have to revert back to their thinking and like pre-technology, and how would they fix this? And I had an experience one time in the woods, and it was, we had thought that we had seen or heard a bear very close to camp. And so we wanted to keep a fire going all night to be able to see, because it was very dark. And I woke up and with the rest of the guys asleep, I realized that the fire was out, and I don't mean just smoldering. It was
dead.
Completely dead, and there was no embers, nothing.
And you have no modern lighting device?
No modern lighting device, nothing. And we're in the woods, and so I studied. I could not see my hand. So I was sleeping with my pouch and my horn on. I grabbed my fire kit out, and I'm trying to strike the flint and steel, but I'd never done that in the dark. I can't see. I don't know the angle. And so finally I find the steel, and then I don't have the angle. And then I finally get a spark. Well, then I got a spark, but that's the first thing I could see, and my tinder's over here. So this whole process took, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. But I got a fire going and restarted that fire based on nothing modern. And so that is what a group of friends really love to do, is experience exactly what these guys could have experienced in the woods, and historically, that's what we call living history.
And we can really only do that by limiting ourselves, by bringing just the items that they would have had, leaving behind our modern life, our modern modern ideas, as well as our modern things.
Yes.
Yeah. It sounds like it's something that really helps you think like they would have thought.
Correct. It really helps you get into the mindset and get into a persona that you might be doing, and their limitations are, that's all that we explore. You know, that's all, this is it. We can't go any further than this. And so that really lets, a struggle like that really helps you realize how tough their mind is, how tough they are. I mean, they're staying alive as well as doing a job, depending on your persona. In the woods, they're doing a job and staying alive. And so that really brings into a lot of history coming alive.
Well, and it helps you understand what those people were really like, how many struggles they had, what they had to live through, because we can turn them either into great idols or make them just like us, and maybe they were just like us, but they had special skills. They were amazing people. That's
exactly right, and in an everyday situation, and so it helps us to know, okay, when I go back home, and I'm not in the woods because we don't live there, but what do we practice? What do we develop? The skills, the trades, the mindset even of, okay, I'm going to start my fire. I'm going to light a candle tonight and read by it and start my fire with flint and steel, and we'll turn off all the lights and see if we can do that. And so that practicing of that skill, to be able to do that is living history even at home, and you're not even needing to go out anywhere to do that.
You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to drive 100 miles or
you don't have to have a log cabin. You can do it right in your house.
Right. So you've done a lot of this kind of thing. What's the one thing you haven't done yet that you want to do?
Oh, I want to go bear hunting.
18th century style,
18th century style bear hunt.
Yeah,
the black bear.
Sounds scary.
Yeah. Well, this is where everything is tested. I mean, how well does your stuff work?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Tell me about where you're going to find a piece of information like that. Where are you going to find an example of that described in the 18th century?
There's a book called 44 Years in the Life of a Hunter, written by Meshach Browning, and he's a late 18th century, early 19th century hunter, and he hunts bear and mountain lion. He calls them catamount.
Yeah.
Deer, a lot of deer. He hunts wolves, and he's definitely a bear hunter, and he has plenty of close encounters with bear. And
I will check that book out. I have not seen it yet, so sounds great. Tell folks about where they can find out more about you.
I am on Facebook, Simeon England. That's where you can search, and I'm also on Instagram.
Oh, great. We'll make sure to put a link down in the description section. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Simeon. Thanks for watching.